Happy birthday, Lisa.
Thank you.
You have to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday for you for 2 days ago.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Lisa's having a birthday.
Mm.
So you've had your fizzy drink, haven't you?
Yes.
Your Alka Frolics.
Mm-hmm.
A whole 8%,
Oh,
wasn't
8%, yes.
it? It was pink.
Mm.
You've still got some left.
Still got some left.
Shall I
must
get
pick
it?
some more, yes.
Here we go. Cheers, Lisa. Cheers, cheers.
Okay, put it down.
Right. Now, you did a blog post last night
Yes.
about what you got me,
Mm-hmm.
and I will do one about what I got you.
Yes.
But we thought we'd just zoom through, because people are vaguely interested to see these things in
Vaguely
real life as
interested,
well, aren't
yes. Yes.
they? And we've arranged them in vaguely
Mm-hmm.
chronological order. It might not be exactly right, so
No. So don't tell us if it's
don't,
not.
don't worry if it's slightly wrong.
Yes.
So a whole pile of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And let's start with the medieval period, shall we?
Yes.
So what have you got there? Shall I do the holdings?
You do the zoomings, because I've got a big pile of stuff.
It says medieval monsters. So there's a, what's that then? It's a thing.
I don't know, I can't see the front of it. It's not.
It's a sort of
It's a sort of...
thing with a head.
Dragony
thing. But what is this then?
It's about medieval monsters.
Yeah, but what medieval monsters?
Oh, all sorts.
Um,
Things with no heads and their
Well,
eyes in their chest.
There we
Which
go.
looks weird.
There's some weird fellows. But, so there we go. Yeah, because what was it? There's like tales from far lands about
Mm-hmm.
creatures with no heads and their faces in their stomachs, and creatures with one big foot that they hop around on, and sort of mad things like
It's the
that.
goodies, isn't it?
Eh?
One big foot.
No, Bigfoot did have two big feet, I think. But yeah, why did you want to get that though?
Because
Or why did you want to
I
receive that?
like the pictures.
You like a bit of
I think they're interesting. They show imagination.
yeah. You like the art.
Yes, because there's no way they could have seen any of these creatures.
Mhm.
So, because some of them are just really weird looking.
Yes. Medieval Monsters shows how strange creatures sparked artists' imaginations to remarkable heights. Half-human hybrids of land and sea mingle with bewitching demons, blemai, cyclops, multi-headed beasts of nightmare and comic grotesques. Over 100 wondrous and terrifying images offer a fascinating insight into the medieval mind.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree, I do like a bit of medieval.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just such extraordinary imagination.
Yes.
So.
Okay, anyway,
Right,
let's
so-
jump ahead a few years to... What's this? Oh, yes. The Lady Killers.
And that's mine. We'll just explain whose is what.
Alright, okay.
Otherwise, people get confused.
But this is
It's a film.
a classic film, isn't
Classic
it?
film, yes. And Peter Capaldi was in the stage version of it a few years ago, just
really?
before he was announced, about a year or two before he was announced as the
Okay.
Doctor. Because lots of people, when he was announced, because he plays the part that Alec Guinness played the part that Alec Guinness played, and he had a scarf on, and a lot of people put that picture up and went, "Oh, the new Doctor," because he had a scarf. But, yeah.
Okay,
So,
but quickly,
yes.
who's in the Lady Killers? Because not everyone will know.
Alec Guinness,
Yeah,
Peter Sellers,
yeah,
Herbert Lom,
yeah.
Jack Warner, he's
Yeah.
probably playing a policeman,
I can't remember, it's a long time
Frankie
since I've seen it.
Howard, and Katie Johnson, who's the little old lady.
Oh, yes. But, yeah, this is one of those essential films, I think, in anybody's
Yes, eating comedy.
collection, really. I mean, it's fairly short. It only runs for 87 minutes. These were the days when films didn't last.
Yeah, but then you used to have you had something else in front of it.
2.5
didn't you?
hours,
You'd
is
get
it?
another film in front of it. You don't. And people that go to people that are not as old as us that
Yeah.
go to cinema these days, you just go and you get the trailers in a film. When we used to go, you'd get the trailers, a cartoon, usually Mr. Magoo,
Yeah.
and a film.
Mm-hmm.
And you could stay there all day. You could stay there and watch it all over again, and they wouldn't chuck you out, would
Yeah.
they?
Okay.
So
There you go then.
yes. So
What is next? Oh, hello. This was a new one on me. Knight Errant. Now, you'd better explain about
well.
the series.
I don't really know
'cause-
that much about it, to be honest. I just thought it looked interesting.
But
There's only 2 episodes that exist.
Yes, it's a series. We always say that we're always interested in
Yeah,
missing
so-
stuff.
And this is very missing.
And this is extremely missing because I know
Yes.
nothing about it at all. So
Yeah.
what have you actually got? There's 2 things on
2
there.
episodes. One from Knight Errant 59, the other one from Knight Errant Limited.
Is that the series or the episode title?
I think that's the two different separate series.
Oh yes, so
Okay.
Knight Errant 59, The Golden Opportunity, written by Clive Exton, and Knight Errant Limited, The Joker, written by Roger Marshall. So some familiar names. This
Yes.
is 1959 and 1961. But yeah,
And our friend Paul bought us that
yes, apparently 75 episodes were made
to exist.
and 2 exist.
It's not a very good hit rate,
So,
is it?
you know, Doctor Who fans can stop moaning
Yeah.
immediately.
Stop
can't they?
moaning. Stop moaning.
2 out of 75 existing. Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? but Wendy Williams is in it. Yeah, and
Is she actually in an episode?
Francis Graham, yes.
All right.
And Richard Carpenter.
Yes. I think Hugh David was in a series, but that's obviously some of the stuff that doesn't exist.
Yes.
Because Wendy Williams was married to him, wasn't
Yes,
she?
in the series' later incarnation, Knight Errant Limited, Hugh David filled the role of the benevolent troubleshooter. So, yes, with Wendy Williams as his secretary. So, yeah, there you go. Wow.
Yes, so that'll be interesting to watch. We have that one. I think this is the right order, but I'm not entirely sure.
Another thing I know almost nothing about. So this is Probation Officer.
With John Paul.
It's an ATV job. Yes, so it's John Paul from Doomwatch.
It'll be interesting to see if he does it differently.
Yes, and Honor Blackman as well, isn't she?
So I think this is pre the Avengers.
Yeah, this is 1959, 1960-ish.
Yeah. So
Let's see what it says. Oh, there's 3 discs worth.
yeah, so there's a fair amount of this on there.
Yeah, first episode's 14th of September 1959. Got Melvin Hayes in
Oh
it.
gosh, okay.
So yeah, but yeah, lots of familiar names
Yes.
popping up. Just looking here.
Again, this is from our friend Paul because he always asks us what we want for our birthdays, and we always try and pick things that we wouldn't necessarily buy for ourselves.
Richard Vernon. I can see Earl Cameron. Peter Vaughan. So yeah, there's a few familiar people. Dinsdale Landon's in
Oh
one.
gosh,
Oh, dear.
that'd be interesting to see. He must be quite young in that.
Yeah, that's from 1960, and Patrick Newell as well. So yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Interesting.
Then
More?
more.
Deep Joy. That must be mine. The Secret Service with yes, it's one of the lesser remembered sort of Jerry Anderson series. So it's just before he starts going into live action.
All right. Yeah, it's his last puppet one, isn't it?
Yeah, so Stan Yanwin playing the part of a vicar who's got I think he's a gardener, isn't he? That he minimises. He's got a minimiser ray.
Yeah.
You don't know, do you? 'Cause
No,
you've
I've
never
never
seen it.
seen it.
But yeah, it's a weird mix that you've got a puppet Stanley Yanwin, but
and a
then
real Stanley one.
there's the real Stanley Yanwin in long shot driving his car and doing stuff. And I do remember the first episode where he gets pulled over by the policeman because the car's a bit like Bessie. And he goes on about the rotating most in the engine bold
Okay.
because the policeman has to write down what you know anything you say might be taken down in evidence. So he immediately goes into the Stanley Yanwinese to confuse him. But yes, it didn't last long because was it Lou Grade said nobody outside of the UK will understand what this series is about if he starts talking like that. So
Nobody
don't do
in the
any
UK
more.
understood it, did they?
But I've not seen much of it, but I get the feeling I think I'm quite fond of it, so
Okay.
might have to subject you to one just to see what you think. I can see a big lump of a box set there.
Yes.
What's this? Strangers. So, tell me about Strangers, Lisa.
I don't know much about it. I know it's a police series.
10 discs in this set as well. So that's a
and
lot
obviously
to
it's got Don Henderson in it and Mark McManus from Taggart
do.
and Don Henderson's D.S. Bullman.
Sergeant Bullman, yes.
And he was not introduced in this, as I said in my blog last night, for which I apologise. He's introduced in the XYY Man,
Yeah.
which we also have somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
But I like the fact that this set not only gives you all of this, it gives you an episode of New Scotland Yard,
Which we've got.
which we've already got. Crown Court, A Place to Stay.
Which we've probably got.
No, it's from 1977.
Oh,
They
77,
haven't even
that's a
got
later one.
They haven't even got anywhere near that
Oh,
with
crumbs.
the Crown Courts, and a 1978 episode of Crossroads.
Okay, is that just one episode of
Yes. No, it's the full.
It's the full
Crown
Crown
Court.
Court,
It's
right.
3 episodes, and yeah, the Crossroads one with Don Henderson as a private detective. Because we started thinking about this when we said about Don Henderson in
Well, you
Delta and the Banner.
technically you
didn't
said
we?
about Borman, but
Yeah.
Borman is out on DVD, but at the moment it's 2 separate DVDs. It's coming out on a box set at the end of the month, and it's
That'll
only
be-
marginally dearer to buy the box set than it is to buy
Yeah.
part of the series. So
Okay.
we're going to wait.
And of course, I suspect there's lots of familiar faces in this as well. I haven't even looked at that yet. But we shall see.
So
More?
yeah. So
No, this
give you both of those.
This I know nothing about.
Yes,
But it looks fascinating.
it does, and it's got a really good cast again.
Village Hall, Series 1. Yes, that's Ron Moody there. And Village Hall, Series 2, with John Lemez. Now, what is this?
Well, I'm guessing it's all based around a village hall,
Yeah.
which gives you lots of different stories you can tell.
But it's a series of plays, isn't it?
It's like it's
All set around the same
in
place.
Village Hall, yeah. So
But,
it's different casts each week.
but scripts by Jack Rosenthal, Willis Hall, Kenneth Cope, loads of H.V. Kershaw. I recognise that name.
Harry
But-
Kershaw,
Is it?
Coronation
Oh,
Street.
of course, yes, of course. But yeah, actors include Ron Moody, Bernard Hepton, George Cole, Colin Whelan, Patrick Troughton, Gwen Taylor, and Liz Smith in Series 1 alone.
Yeah.
And Series 2 is John LeMessurier, Zoe Wanamaker, Joan Hickson, Anton Rogers, Kenneth Cranham, Jan Francis, Ian Hendry, Sue Nichols, and Dinah Sheridan.
Yeah, and
And-
Elizabeth Spriggs by the looks of it.
Oh yes, she's there with her woolly hat on in that. But
Where?
that's Liz Spriggs.
No, Elizabeth. That's Liz Smith.
Liz Smith. Oh,
Elizabeth
Liz.
Spriggs.
Oh,
From
2 Liz's.
yes.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. But again, don't know anything about it. But on the strength of the cast
Yeah,
alone,
it looks interesting.
surely worth a look. So yeah. We are going for the obscure stuff
We
this
are,
time
yes.
round, aren't we?
Yes,
Oh yes. Now this was one for me, wasn't it?
it was.
So, al fresco with some very young looking
People.
but familiar names on there, I think.
All at the start of their careers.
Mm.
So it'll be interesting to see what kind of comedy they're doing.
Yeah, so this is Stephen Fry, Hugh Laurie, Ben Elton, Robbie Coltrane, Emma Thompson, and
Siobhan Redmond.
Redmond. Thank you.
Redmond.
Because I can't say
You can't say. You can say. You just choose not to say it correctly.
it's a weird spelling.
It's Scottish.
Oh, inside it doesn't tell you anything much about,
No.
apart from you can buy the Galton and Simpson Playhouse and Dawson's Weekly.
Both of which we have.
Yes. But again, interesting for who's in it, and as you say, important sort of early days for these people.
And it's also got an earlier series on there that was only shown in the Granada region, I
There's
believe.
nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Again, don't know that at all.
Well, it was only shown in the Granada
Well,
region.
there you are. I'm not in the Granada region.
No.
I'm trying to think when I was last in the Granada
I
region.
don't think we've ever been in the Granada region. Oh, perhaps we went to
Manchester.
Manchester. I went
Yes.
to Penobscot a few
Yes.
years ago.
That's a little while ago now.
Yes.
2002
2002.
was the last time we were in the Granada region. Oh, hello. Acting like I'm surprised.
Yes.
It's Paul Merton in Galton and Simpsons. ...
Sorry, Sly. ...
isn't the name of the
No.
series, is
It's
it?
different variations of quite famous plays, episodes.
So you've
stories.
got episodes which were for Hancock's Half Hour.
Yeah. Les Dawson.
So 12 Angry Men
Mm-hmm.
and,
Lift.
and the Radio Ham, The Missing Page. But yeah, there's other ones as well. I Tell You It's Burt Reynolds. That's from a Galton and Simpson Playhouse, isn't
Playhouse, yeah. I can't remember who plays it in that.
it? Is it
but,
Reggie Perrin?
oh, Leonard Rossiter.
Leonard Rossiter, yeah.
Could be. Could be.
Yeah. Visiting Day. That's a Dawson. Is that a Les Dawson one?
I'm not sure.
Dawson's weekly one.
Sure.
And Impasse, which is the two drivers
Which
stuck
has been-
in the lane.
Which
and
has been done a few times, hasn't it?
that's been done multiple times, but I've seen 1 or 2 versions of it, and I was interested because I vaguely remember seeing these and being excited to see these scripts done in a different way. Some people are quite purist about sort of this sort of stuff. But I'm always interested to see variations and how different
people do them.
productions, how they come out differently. So, yeah. But
yes,
and to sort of
and one
round
last
off,
one.
this is yours, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there is one more thing to come for you,
All right. History of the World from Andrew Marr.
which is currently being shown on BBC4.
Right. So
But I only managed to see bits and pieces of it.
okay. So
And I thought it'd be interesting because I know a fair amount about the history of this country,
yeah,
but I know very little about the history of other parts of the world,
yeah.
which is a little bit shameful, really. You shouldn't really only concentrate on your own country.
Well, that's the thing. You don't get taught it, do you?
No.
That's the thing. Right.
No. And this goes right back, so it teaches you stuff. I mean, I saw a bit of the first episode and I saw a bit of this week's episode, and in the first episode it's teaching you stuff which is really quite nasty, people being flayed and things like that, which I think George R.R. Martin picked
But I
up
noticed
for
you've
Game
got
of Thrones.
you've got the Nazca lines in Peru.
Yeah, that was in this week's episode.
Yeah, which was one the one we saw, and of course, this crosses over into Arthur C. Clarke's Mysterious World. So, I like the fact that we've the subject matter. Some of it will be familiar, and some of it will be utterly new to us. So, that's a lot of stuff to watch, isn't it, Lisa?
It is. That's not even including all the stuff that's over there.
But it has to be said, out of all this stuff, I think we could use any of this for future articles.
Perhaps maybe for the Andrew Marr one, because that's a little too
It's a
recent.
little too recent, but...
but we are doing more recent stuff in a future episode because of our ongoing Jack the Ripper investigations.
We can always bend the rules a bit depending on what we think. But
well,
we sort of it's useful that we've both got fairly similar tastes when it comes to TV. And yes, we are shameless now that we will get stuff
purely
if we think we can do a decent article out of it at some stage. Maybe
as
not
well
this
as enjoying it.
Maybe 2 years down the line, it doesn't matter. It can join the queue. Can't
We
it?
still haven't done stuff
that we said we
do
2 years
like
ago.
All Gas and Gators.
Yeah.
We must do All Gas and Gators at some point. Let's just pick in what episode to do, because there's so many good ones in that particular series. Which maybe we should do a random episode generator thing for that.
Maybe we shall see. Anyway, there's this year's editions. Well, like I say, this year's it's this week's editions, really, isn't it?
Yes, there might be more things coming.
More things coming. Our postman and various other delivery people have been very busy, haven't they? So thank you to them.
Yes, thank you, our postman, who always waits very nicely at the door when he knocks.
Yes, because he knows somebody will be in.
Yes.
Okay, see you all then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.